All right, welcome to my shop. This is my gallery. I've got really good watercolor paintings from my friend and cohort, Joanna Goslin. She's been doing watercolor paintings for over 40 years, just like me. I've been doing this for 41 or 42 years now. And you can see a bunch of my goodies I've got. Starfish, turtles, shells, all kinds of pieces. This is a Hawaiian lobster and ribbon eels. See right inside that mouth. Like dragonflies. Dragonflies are awesome, incredible insects. It's fully 3D. More of Joanna's paintings. Shaking here. Sorry about that. Bunch of these guys. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. This is my first actual gallery. You can see all these pieces in high def. I've got a really good photographer that comes in and does this stuff. I'll turn it sideways here. See a wider shot of this deer. Joanna does cards. These are miniatures of her paintings on postcards. Swing around here, show you a bunch of her stuff. Those are whale vertebrae I've been finding on the beach. This is all the stuff that's on the walls. You see the photograph in the background. Well, these two birds were fighting over an area. He's got a hold of his beak there. That is a weedy sea dragon. Another hummingbird. There's another one. It's a good one. Skunk cabbage. I watched this thing growing and decided to carve it. Another big shell. That was the actual size of that thing. You see it's huge. Hand there. This is a frilled lizard from Australia. They can run across the water. Another hummingbird. This is the leafy sea dragon, Australia, on the Great Barrier Reef. And now I'm going to have to turn it sideways here. This is my golden eagle. Just 2¼ inches shy of an 8-foot wingspan. It is massive. Suspended. I'll put my hand up here so you can see how big the beak is. Goes right back inside of her mouth. It's all one piece in there, that tongue. Like I said before, no paint, no stain, no glass eyes on any of these animals. I use baking soda and crazy glue, turmeric, all kinds of different spices and wood dust. To get my effects, we'll go to behind this thing. There you go. A good shot of the back of this thing. All the feathers are there. You see, I damaged some of them on purpose because that's the way feathers really are. Feathers aren't perfect. It is actually moving. Suspended by these cables. They go into these arms at the end here and go all the way over the top, all the way back, all the way to the back side here. And then they end up in these boxes here, and inside there's like a fishing reel, and I can adjust her into any position I want, basically. Dive position, yaw, pitch, the whole thing. "21 years this thing was in my head. It's all carved out of one piece of wood, but cut up and reassembled. The tree that's in the background that it's soaring from is where she originated. I cut the whole thing out and then reassembled it into what you see. Some more Joanna's paintings. She's got a real whimsy quality to a lot of her stuff. Very cool. She's one of the very best I've ever seen. She is just really good at what she does. Yeah. Anyway, this is one that's really tough to do. Hard to see because it's so dark. But it is a mouse in the blackberries. Like I said, that's not paint on those blackberries. That is, there we go. We get some light going on it. Burned. Those are real thorns on this thing. From an actual blackberry bush. Very difficult. Manzanita, very, very hard. The frog on the rock, that was a tough thing to do. Some more of her stuff. I don't know, I probably got 75 or 80 paintings from her. This is a good one. That hummingbird that comes right out of there. It's an actual hummingbird. This is a real flower. It is the bird of paradise, all assembled out of separate pieces of wood. Tough carving. She also does work on shirts, Joanna. Here we go. Very, very good. I mean, look at that thing. That is cool. Very reasonably priced too. $45 for that sweatshirt. I mean, geez. Unreal. There's another really cool one. Look at that detail. She is amazing, isn't she? Gee. Frogs. She loves frogs. I tried counting the frogs in her house one time. I got up to, I think, over 1,000. There's a good one. Duck-billed platypus. Very cool. Feather pens. I don't do the back side of these feathers, so you can see what the wood looks like. That's a cool one there. But they are actual, real pens. That's a big insert. You just slam a new one in there. They even have an atmospheric hole. They're very writable. And you can take any base and interchange any base with any pen. For $35, it's a very good deal. All one of a kind, all done one at a time individually. More her stuff. These are some of my frog pieces. They spin. Just for some fun. This is a cool piece. Can't see it very well. Maybe I get on the side of it. Yeah, it's better. Freaky. A good lizard piece. Saltwater iguana, full size, 6 feet long. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. 160 points going down the back. $161, I think it was. All the way to the end, 6 feet long. That is the Sally Lightfoot crab that picks the hide of this animal. It's all one piece of wood. They're symbiotic. Cool guy. This is my buddy Frank Wells. He makes these necklaces. I made a few of them too, but it's not really my thing. But he's very good. These are actual beads from Africa. And real crystals. Reasonably priced. This is my poor koala bear. I still haven't fixed him from the attack of the red squirrels. Chewed the ears and the toes off of him. And, yeah, red squirrels, bad. Still haven't fixed him. He's mad at me still. That's all right. Let's move on to the center of the shop now, center of the gallery. I'll give you a wide shot of what's going on here too. It's about 30 by 30 in here, I guess. All right, we're gonna zip around here, show you some of these guys. That's really small. There's my finger. See how big these guys. These are miniatures. Very tough. Porcupine hair for the whiskers. The lion. This is a mountain lion. A little bit of baking soda and crazy glue there. This is a bald eagle. Kangaroo. And Joey. Yeah, right there he is. How you doing, buddy? Yeah. Octopus. Octopus is probably one of the hardest animals that you can do. So many suckers and just a lot of work. And they have 8 arms. You have to put 8 arms somewhere. This is a cool one. This guy here. It's a mongoose. Those are actual ivory teeth, woolly mammoth tusk, from woolly mammoth tusk, from Siberia. Yes. All right, I'm going to go to this is a lizard and a dragonfly. Tiger, again, the baking soda trick. There we go. There with a fish. Dragonfly. This is one of my favorite pieces I've ever done. I call it the watering hole. I think it has 15 different animals, like the buzzards. The buzzards have English accents, you know. Ostrich, zebra, hippo, rhino, tiger, which is not on the savannah, but I put one in there anyway. Elephant, cheetah, lion, 2-part polymer. There's a crocodile down in there in the water. Octopus, I call this one corporate greed. It's an octopus sitting on the world. The whole world is in there. And he's hanging on to the moon. There we go. Oh, there's my duck-billed platypus over there. Yeah, bullfrog. Only bullfrog in the world. The rest of them are fake bullfrogs. Oh, yeah. Another octopus. Myrtlewood burl off the beach. Now we've got a giant seahorse here out of maple burl from Michigan. Bird's eye. And a crazy piece of wood that it's setting on. It's just a really cool piece of wood. Another octopus. This was a tough one too. Just really hard to do. And I've taken it all the way to the beak. Maple burl. Big leaf from out here in Oregon. Twisted up. That's all one piece of wood, folks. Very difficult. So one piece of wood. And my turtle collection. I got a bunch of them. Coming out of eggs. Little starfish action. There's a crab, hermit crab, myrtlewood burl. There's a bunch of them, 7 of them, I think. Coming out of the sand, there's another hermit crab. We're going to move on to one of my favorite pieces. This is a Guadalupe fur seal pup, blatting for its mother. So I want piece. It's also taken all the way. All the hairs and stuff underneath the entire body. And the mother. That's all one piece of wood. It's about 4 feet tall. Porcupine hair for the whiskers, like I said. And the teeth. Get a shot in there. There we go. Woolly mammoth tusk ivory. Guadalupe fur seal was considered to be extinct at one time. They found 14 of them in a little sea cave down in the Guadalupe Islands. You see Cortez found out they weren't dead, extinct. Move on to some other stuff here. Here we go. It's a good one. Call this mommy. Spotted harbor seals in an ice floe. Maple pearl. This is a sea turtle. Very cool. Sea star. A alligator sitting on its mother's head. Here's a good sea star. This is a good one. The dragon egg from the television series. Here we go. California sea lion, female, the ivory teeth. Little baby sea lion, little tiny sea lions, about twice the size of my thumb, smaller maybe. That's about the size of my finger. Yeah, these are tough when you get small. Good one. Twisted juniper. Here we go. Otter. It's all one piece of wood now. It's like carving it inside of a 5-gallon bucket. Ivory teeth again. There's the picture I went off from. Porcupine hair for the whiskers. Oh yeah, that nose, right on. That was the size of that. That was the size of that thing. It was this was on a guy's arm, crawling along. That's how big this thing was. I couldn't stand it. I had to carve it. Giant snail. This thing must have been 20 years old to get that big. Jesus. Oh, another bullfrog. This is Daddy Bullfrog. Purple heart horns. Myrtle wood ringing its nose on a piece of maple pearl. Myrtle wood tail. My giant sea turtle. She's big. This is the Pacific green sea turtle. I've seen a lot of these over in Hawaii military. Used to swim with these guys. Ah, thorny devil or Moloch hortus. Anteater lizard from Australia. Like that mug. He'd go home. You'd have to put a bag over his head just to get through the door. Cool though. All one piece, every one of those points made individually. Ground back. And we got a fox squirrel here. Very cool. All right, this is my latest one. The dark monkey. There he is. Picture. Feet, right down to his feet underneath. The whole deal. You can see this one all the way through in real time when I made it. There's a lot of carbon right there, let me tell you. Anyway, that's my shop. Hope you liked it. I hope this is in focus. Sorry I'm not more handsome. See you next time. Bye.